Recording in progress. Welcome everybody. We ain't been here in a while.
Nope.
It's been a
My ice
minute.
cream cone is delicious.
Yeah. That's all right. I'll stick to my glass of wine.
I got a fancy goblet.
Yeah, dude, it's like 4 ounces. Anyway,
Anyway,
uh, so yeah, we haven't been here in a while. Trying to get
somebody's been
everything.
slacking.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? Um,
Just own it.
yeah, I I own it. Um, I mean, I don't know anybody an excuse, but just been busy with life and trying to figure out exactly how we want this to progress or regress. And in this case, trying to get back to the way we started this thing. Just bullshitting and bullshitting
Right.
about random shit and bullshitting about parks and bullshitting about machines. Speaking of machines, CFMOTO released the UT10 Pro Highland Edition, which I know Aaron has been anticipating,
Hmm.
which is CFMOTO's HVAC. They've got it in a 3-seater. Well, yeah, so a 3-seater with a fold down center console and a six
Hmm.
seater with a fold down center console. I work with a guy who's got a UT10 Pro. It is the same interior and it is phenomenal interior. Now he doesn't have the Highland edition, so I can't say for how the AC or anything works, but if it works anywhere close to what the Ridge's AC works, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I want to be part of that hashtag cab gang.
Cab game.
That's right.
Yeah, you can be a part of it. Uh, Not me. So like the mind blower on it for me at least is the price.
Yeah, to get into a three-seater HVAC at
24.
$24,000 and like you're 3 to 5 grand better than any other manufacturer. And
Yeah, and
we
it's already coming factory with premium seats. It's coming factory with the CFMOTO sound, which from what I've heard and talked to a few people that own them, they're not super impressed with them, but some sound system is better than no sound system.
I didn't think it was coming with a sound system, but
Yeah, it's got 2 speakers.
okay. So, uh, here's my deal. With the whole 90% of the people that buy something like this, you're going to put your own sound system in it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, the stuff that I'm interested in is the stuff that I can't add to, like, well, you can add AC to just about any machine if you want to go far enough, but it's not a it's not a reasonable solution. Um, to get full HVAC, to have a fully enclosed machine and be on par with a Ranger or a Defender 1000
Oh
as
yeah.
far as horsepower goes. Uh,
Well, so looking at it, right? So we know, full cab, windows, whole 9 yards, right? They're electric windows. They're not roll up, some of the
right.
lower I know some of the lower end Polaris are manual windows. Um Winch, it's got all the lighting accessory lighting as far as, like Polaris has the fangs and stuff like that. CF has their own design. I think it's a great looking machine. It's factory taller than most of the machines coming out. Windshield wiper, full roof, like it's and the back glass, I really like. They put in a sliding window.
So there's a
It,
lot of good things about this machine, like a lot of good things, and especially with the bang for buck. And we've been screaming this bang for buck thing with the CF Moto machines and the Segway machines. Um, I'm a fan of the Segway sport machines.
mhm.
Um, you know, as far as bang for buck goes. You've been a fan of the CFMOTO four wheelers, the ATVs.
Yeah,
Um,
the C forces.
yeah, the but this U Force Highland edition, like I think it's a good looking machine. And you know me, I'm a Kawasaki fan. Like I really like the Ridge, but for what you get compared to a Ridge or compared to
Yeah, to get the same machine from another competitor
yeah,
or another brand,
you're
you're
talking a
adding money.
5,000 plus difference.
Hmm.
So
So I'm reading
um
on their website if nobody's went and seen it, and I know there's been other websites and other people out there that have already kind of talked about it, the Highland Edition. I know I see it on my Facebook feed and stuff like that, but um, looking on their page, of course, it's 150 amp charging system that goes to help the HVAC, which is phenomenal. I mean, that's almost as much as a truck for the most part.
that's better than some trucks because most like half ton trucks are right at that 80, 90
Yeah,
amp.
yeah, I was gonna say
So
60 to 80 amp. The interior is what I'm thoroughly like really impressed with. Um, I don't know if it's real leather seats or not, or if it's faux leather, but it looks like real leather. It looks like saddle leather. Um,
Corinthian leather.
I'm fucking retarded. Multiple vents on the dash. It's not one or two vents on the dash. It's full vents across. It's four vents. You got the HVAC controls. You've got I think it's a 7 inch or an 8 inch screen. That is a radio. Also, it's not.
Yeah, it's an 8-inch screen with Apple CarPlay.
Yeah,
Like,
you can tie your phone into it. It's so one of the things I don't like about the Segway is the inability to tie into it. So you Bluetooth to the radio on the Segway. What do we figure up? To put something into it, you'd have to have you Bluetooth to the radio and then from the radio to the sound system for the Segway.
correct.
Because there's no way to
Correct.
plug into it in the back. With the
Yeah,
CF Moto, there is a way to tap into it.
yeah, so it was kind of weird. I'm not 100% sure what Justin had to do on that Segway. It did turn out great. It's loud for the
No,
setup that's in there, but it
I'm
was
not
kind of
dog.
it,
I'm
it
not
was kind of
dogging.
weird. It was kind of weird to integrate that
The,
setup.
to me, the integration could have been simplified. And
But
nothing against Justin or anything like that. It's just from Segway. It,
yeah,
and I understand their thought process behind it. They put a big screen in it, like it is completely sealed up, and it's their system. Like that's their thing.
yeah, it's
Uh,
it's basically a glorified Android tablet, is what it is from Segway.
yeah. So
Um, and I would assume the CF Moto is probably something similar, it being a Chinese brand.
the CF Moto, the front windshield is a powered front windshield.
I did see that. So yeah, there's a lot of great things about this U10 Pro Highland. Um,
So the CF Moto, it's an 8 inch and yeah, 8 inch CF Moto ride sync touchscreen and MMI display with Apple CarPlay.
yeah, yeah. I'm interested to see how well, and the big kicker is going to be is like, all right, we're buying an HVAC, so on and so forth. All right,
So
how well does the HVAC actually? How well does air conditioning work?
right.
Like,
Well,
is
we
it
all know here in South Texas it can get brutal in the summer.
the sitting the like we've rode in uh a couple of Rangers,
Hmm.
6-seaters. The AC does its job, but it's not like in a car.
Right.
But we have a friend that has a 3-seater Defender. It's comfortable in there because it's a smaller cab to keep up with.
Yeah, it seems like and I noticed it with the Ridge also. The AC works great in the 3-seater. In the 6-seater, it feels like it's lacking a little.
Yeah. And I would assume that's due
Bigger
to
space.
its volume.
Hmm.
That's really what it boils down to. So, but I would be interested to see, is it going to keep up during the summer? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. So, and here's another thing for that UT10 Pro Highland Edition. Um, and this is for all the guys who, all right, well, how's the cargo capacity? Like, that's something I look at when, especially when I'm looking at a utility like this. It's 1,000 pound capacity electric hydraulic cargo box.
Yeah, and so it's on par with your Defenders and your Rangers. It really is. Um, for what you get, you know,
And it's
it's a
coming
six.
factory on 29s.
Yeah, it's a 64-inch machine, 11.8 gallon fuel tank. Cargo capacity is 1,000 pounds.
Now,
13 inches of ground clearance.
I'm
Towing capacity of 2,500 pounds. It's got a
uh,
2-inch hitch on it. Like
to
it's
me, it's
really on
comparable to
par.
the 1500
No,
for towing capacity and stuff.
no, the 1,500's got more.
Yeah, but it's got more than a regular Ranger, I think.
Mm, I I think the Rangers are like right at 2,000 pounds. But
Devil's
like,
advocate here because you know me, I'm a CFMOTO dealer, and you brought it up yourself. The push button shifting. I'm
yeah,
a
so
little leery on that.
yeah, and that was one of my deals. So it's still a CVT transmission, but it's what they call Omni Drive. Um, it's park, reverse, neutral, high and low, but it is a CVT transmission, but it is push button. You don't have a
Hmm.
shifter. So
And
my
then they have dual drive modes, which is work and normal. Which so
it's
the guy I
compared to
work
a
with has
Ranger.
yeah. The guy I work with has the same thing. It's push button. He says he hasn't had any issues with his. It works flawless. Now he doesn't ride like we do. He's using his at the ranch and cruising it around town
Right.
and stuff. But he says there is a noticeable difference in between the work and the normal mode.
Well,
Because when he said when he hooks it up to his little trailer, he puts it in work mode, and he goes that thing doesn't even balk at it.
yeah, so and that's just it. Like, even our buddy Dylan, who has the Ranger North Star 3-seater, he says there's a difference between sports mode and normal mode,
Right.
or whatever that work and normal, whatever Polaris calls theirs. Um, and that's all well and fine. My my only deal with that Omni Drive system, that button system, is if there's an issue with the cable. Now, whether it's packed full of mud or it gets rusty,
But is it a cable?
sand, I would assume it's probably
I'm thinking
electric.
it's an I'm thinking
It's
it's just an electric actuator on it.
But where is the actuator at? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So that's going to
is
be
it on the
my
transmission itself, or is it
that
like you
that
said?
would
Is it
be my question. And not only that, is all right, is it, if it gets wet or if it gets muddy, am I going to have an issue with it? Am I going to be stranded somewhere with it stuck in park?
right?
And if so, if there's a fault with it, is there a way for me to at least get it into neutral so I can tow it back to camp?
I want to see one in person. I haven't seen one in person. The one that the guy I work with has. Yeah, I've seen it, but it was at night. He stopped by the house. It was kind of, just check it out. Um, I haven't got to dive into them. I'd like to get my hands on one.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to. Um,
So it's one of those like, yeah, like they're cool, and I'm really glad that somebody else has dropped an HVAC and really trying to compete.
so
Because the other thing CFMOTO did was they finally released on the website the Z10,
now it says coming soon as a 2026 for both the 4-seater and the 2-seater.
but that's what I'm saying though. It was not. They were not on the website,
No, you're right, and they weren't. I think
and
it's a
now they
good
are.
looking machine.
100%.
It's got an A and a B pillar. Um, is it a 64? That one a 64-inch machine?
The Z10.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Uh,
have any of the specs
it
pulled up for
it
that.
it is a 64-inch machine. It's 99-inch wheelbase, so it's roughly the same size as a KRX.
Mm-hmm.
As
I,
far
to
as
be honest,
wheelbase goes.
so I was having a discussion with one of the guys at work, and I was showing it to him, and he brought up a very good point. He goes, "That looks like Polaris and Can-Am take decided to take all the best visual cues from each machine."
Yeah, it's a good looking machine. It really is. It the front end reminds me of an updated Can-Am X3, and
100,
the
143 horsepower at 20 grand. That's not bad.
no, absolutely not. Again, it's back to bang for buck, but it also has that Omni Drive transmission, push button transmission.
Ah, you know what? I'm willing to try it. If CFMOTO wants to send me one, I'm willing to give it the beans.
Right. Um,
I'll give it an honest review. Speaking of which, not trying to transition too much from it, but I did just put those Super ATV brakes on.
uh
I've been on brass brakes for so long, I forgot what good grabbing brakes feel like.
yeah, I told you that a while ago. That's why I went back to normal brake pad.
So we're gonna see how they hold up this weekend. I'm gonna give them a good test this weekend, going out to the bounty course at River Run, the WTF bounty course. I like them. The fitment is very good. It's they remind me of the OEM brake pads. I really liked the OEM brake pads on my Talon. I thought they were phenomenal. I ran them until they died. I want to see how they hold up.
Well, that's what I'm doing this weekend is new brake pads myself. So
Well, my brass were worn out, so I needed new brake pads. I'm tired of the squeaking. I figure, all right, let's try something else. But like I said, they remind me of the OEM pads.
mhm.
Cheaper, way cheaper, because the OEM pads are so expensive. So yeah, going to River Run this weekend too.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't be mad. Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly.
Uh,
We didn't go to Mud Nats.
no, we did not go to Mud Nats.
I wanted to
It
go to
was
Mud Nats. It just wasn't in the cards.
it was awful muddy. It wasn't dust Nats.
Not gonna lie, kind of glad I didn't go.
Um, I did see a bunch of videos from there. Oster Cruiser, who else?
So
A
here's the
few other YouTubers, their
so
videos, and it looked like they had a blast. A lot of cool things went on.
so here's the deal with that. We all saw, anybody who listens to us or watches us probably is on the same page as we are on Facebook and stuff like that. So we all saw the complaints, the, for the lack of a better word, the bitching that
Yeah, but
people
that's
were doing.
just it. There's bitching
Let
every
me
year.
finish. Let me finish. We went to Mud Buddies, our
Hmm.
local park.
Yep.
And we were talking about it because we all saw it, and we all, it was kind of the talk was, it was the very same weekend, so we were literally seeing it as it was happening. But you and I've been there 2 years, Mud Nats.
Uh-huh.
1 year it rained on us. We had lightning. We had loss of power, stuff like that. The next year that we went, it was dust Nats.
Yeah.
You're always going to get people who complain. It's just nature of the beast.
Hmm.
But the ones who were complaining that there was no parking on Saturday when they decided to show up just that Saturday of the main event day
Hmm.
after all the rain, that's not on the park. The park has done what they could do to mitigate those things by having main roads and stuff. When you have that many people in a place that you're not going to have paved roads, you're not going to have maintained roads all over the park. It's a mud park.
Right.
It's not it's not a Jeep trail, or it's not a fire road park. It's not a DNR land, where they have main roads everywhere. So complaining that you can't get your two-wheel drive pickup that's loaded down with two buggies up a hill because they had 6 inches of rain overnight is not the park's fault.
Well, so I
And
don't
then
know.
not
The
only that,
the guy
it's
in the
it's
the
it's
the
parking placement. Like literally, if you get there and you go, all right, I'm in a big ass RV. If it rain, I know I do it when I'm hauling the trailer, especially the big trailer that I have, the big 40 foot. When I go to pick a place to park, I go, all right, if it rains, am I screwed? And I have 4-wheel drive. Like it's think ahead. Like if we get 6 inches of rain, mm, I don't care where you park. You're probably going to get hammered a little bit.
hey, the guy in the
The Challenger.
The Challenger, he was getting it,
Oh
getting
no,
in and out of there.
I'm not. I'm
You know,
not
but
saying anything.
it, look, if you park in a wash or
It's a wash.
everybody knew the rain was coming. It wasn't
Hmm.
an unknown thing.
No, people
Bye,
were
dear.
talking
I
about it.
love you. Be careful.
People were talking about it beforehand, going, "Oh man, it's not going to be dust gnats. We're supposed to get rain."
Yeah.
Like
And if you've
you,
ever been to that park before, you know it gets muddy.
not only that, it's hills. It is hills. What does water do? Water runs downhill.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said earlier, you're going to have, regardless, every year we've heard bitching about
Yeah,
mud gnats.
every year.
It doesn't matter where mud gnats is at. Somebody's going to bitch, moan, and groan.
Oh yeah.
It happens at every event, at every venue.
You can't make
Um,
everybody happy. All you
no,
can all you can do is try to mitigate it.
you know, and that's just it. It's not even about fucking mitigating. It's people not being
Like,
smart about their choices and not wanting to take responsibility for it. Oh, well, it's not my fault I got stuck or
no,
I
it's the
parked
park's
in the
fault.
shitty spot. It's the park's fault. That's bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can only do so much to mitigate the issues that may arise. Beyond that, it's personal decisions that put you in those places.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's on you. If I go out to a mud park and I get fucking stuck, I ain't got nobody to blame but my fucking self.
Hey, guess what? You're at a mud park.
Yeah, no shit, right? Um, now granted, if it's the main road coming into the fucking entrance and you haven't even got to the gate yet to pay to get in and you're getting
Right.
stuck, all right, you have a right to bitch.
Right.
But if you roll through the fucking gates and you can't find a place to fucking park, or you found a place to park and got fucking stuck because of the mud, that's on you.
Well, there was somebody that posted, and I don't remember the names, and I may not be quoting it exactly right, but somebody had posted, pulled through the gate, can't find any parking, it's too muddy, I'm going to River Run.
That's your choice. That's
Like, really?
we but that's just it. We've done it too. We've pulled into a park, checked it out for a few minutes and said, "All right, I'm going home."
Yeah, but there's no reason to get online and bitch about it.
Have you not met today's society?
Oh well.
I'm just
Uh,
saying.
You have a point. Mm. Speak of today's society, Anthony Sanders. Quit bitching about me. I'm putting a podcast out. I talked to him the other day, or
Oh yeah.
week or so ago, and he was like, "Y'all are fucking slacking."
Yeah, we're slacking.
I know.
I
We
mean,
know. We know.
but
So
we've had a bunch of stuff. We've all had stuff going on.
yeah.
So
Well, I mean, Bruce
between
isn't here tonight. We planned on doing this tonight, and Bruce got stuck at work. It is what it is. I have a full time job. You have a full time job. We do this for fun. I wanted to hit more events. I haven't been able to hit more events. I didn't go to any of the Battle of the Builds this year so far. Not for the lack of trying. I didn't get to go to Mud Nats like we were talking about. Like not only that, with us being a little more involved and actually being a I would consider a major part of STX this year, our focus has been on that event.
Yes.
So, we're trying to get those things done. Speak of which, if y'all are, looking for another event to go to, May 17th, Hallettsville, Texas, Mud Buddies ATV Park is the third. This is our third year.
Third, South Texas
Third,
Showdown.
yep, third year of the South Texas Showdown. We are bringing back the big buggies, the 50-inch plus tire machines. We're also going to have a medium tire bounty hole. That's going to be 50 and below. So, sound competition. The sound competition's got great money added to that. Um, High Pro Audio's doing that as far as handling that part of the event, and Show and Shine.
We are doing a show and shine.
So, uh, you know,
We
come
are
on
doing
out.
a show and shine.
Yeah, last I
I
heard,
I don't remember. So I
it's
remember the sound comp and then the
on the
medium tire
flyer.
and big tire. So
Have
yeah,
you
no,
not seen the
it
flyers?
I've had a bunch of other stuff going on. So
Hey,
like
I'm just flipping you shit.
Facebook has been one of the last things I've looked at. So
Yeah, same.
um
I you I posted a TikTok today for the first time in like 3 months. Like just it's been a little it's been a little hectic figuring out things. Um,
yeah,
let's
no,
double check
it's
this stuff.
I didn't know we were
Um,
doing a show and shine, which I'm not surprised that we're doing a show and shine. I
yeah,
just
show and
it
shines at
didn't
11 a.m. 12:30 is the drivers meeting. 1 p.m. Medium tire starts. 3 p.m. big tire, and then the audio competitions at 5:30.
okay. Okay.
So, um, yeah,
Yeah,
gonna have great vendors out there. So,
that's like right around the corner and
yeah. Well, it's May 17th. We're looking at what,
a
right at a
month.
month,
Yeah.
roughly.
5 weeks.
Yeah, and there's going to be at least a couple weekends that I'm out there on equipment, getting things ready. So I know we're excited about it. We're doing the announcing again this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm hoping to see some of the biggest buggies. I'm hoping to talk to some people this weekend at River Run and pass some flyers out and let everybody know that event's coming up and to make plans for
Yeah,
it.
I'm pretty excited about that event, just because uh we're more involved with this event than we have been in previous years. So
Yes.
food trucks will be out there, different vendors will be out there. It should be a good time.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Bring the kids. I know talking to a bunch of people around here that don't even have big machines or anything, some people just have golf carts and they asked, can we bring golf carts? Yeah, absolutely you can. The park there's workarounds for just about anything. Um
it is friendly enough to bring a golf cart out there. Hell, bring your riding lawnmower. Screw it.
well, not just that, it's bring the kids that we're trying to put on this show for everybody, come out and watch the show. Even if you don't have anything to ride and you just want to come out and watch a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, um speaking of riding, we did do a little bit of riding the past few weeks. Finally,
Yeah, yeah.
going out to Mud Buddies, checking things out, trying to make plans and stuff like that. We did some riding. Uh, I finally, everybody was a little surprised with what I ended up pulling the last time we went. No more captain go around.
Eh,
I went through more shit than you did.
The first weekend or the second weekend? The
The
first weekend
second
I went through everything. The
second weekend,
second weekend, I was
I went through
remembering
everything.
I was remembering that it fucking took me forever to clean my shit.
Well, that was just it. I was in the mood.
Yeah, that's just it. That's just it.
My
Like
shit's still not clean. Like it's still dirty.
I don't know. I washed my shit. My shit's clean.
No, I
Um,
washed mine. It's still dirty though.
oh no, mine's clean. Because I get to work on mine this weekend. So
Oh, dude, I had to get the air blower out. I had to break some mud and whatnot from around the brakes when I changed the brakes out.
yeah, because I'm doing brakes and a belt this weekend on mine.
Oh, yeah, gonna put a new belt on it finally, huh?
Yeah, yeah, three, almost 4 years on this belt.
Yeah,
So,
I'd say you're due for a belt. I don't have that issue, but you do.
um, that it's been a really good machine. Do I have some quirks I need to work out with it? Yeah, because I can't leave nothing alone.
That's no fucking lie.
Um,
I mean, what is
but
this version 8.9 now?
well, from the last go around, the only thing that's really changed other than Raptor line and everything is wheels and tires. Um, no, at this point, I'm really happy with the setup that I got. It's nice to cruise around. I could drive like an asshole if I want to. I can still go through some holes and stuff.
I,
It's
I
it's comfortable to ride. I'm not jarring my teeth out of my mouth because the suspension's so stiff.
so I have your old wheels and tires.
Hmm.
If you're watching this, the picture that's behind me is my old set that I no longer have. I have your old wheels and tires, which are the XTR 370s
Hmm.
on 24s. I miss the ACPs for the mud ability. The ACPs were way more capable in mud.
I can see that.
The other end of it, the turning and the drivability, I like the XTRs more.
Because
Don't
it's
get
a
me wrong,
softer
my
tire.
no, so my ACPs were fine in a straight line, but because they have those big lugs on the side during the
Oh yeah,
turns,
you could
you
feel
could
it.
feel those. The 370s, you don't feel them.
That makes sense. So,
I like the 370s. Like I'm happy with them. I truly am happy with them. They've been a good tire. I do miss my ACPs for the mud riding ability. That having that big chunky lug on the side is yeah. Hey, it's the old guy. Oh, Aaron muted me. Welcome back.
sorry, I had to
N-
teach an old man how to use Cash App.
no, that's fine. So yeah. Anyway,
What were we talking about?
oh, I lost track.
Oh, buggies,
Yeah.
buggies. Mine.
Oh yeah, the tires. Like that's
Yeah.
I do miss the ACPs for the fact of the mud ability. The having the big lugs on the side uh is a great asset. Now,
Do they pull? Do they
Do I miss
pull a
them?
little bit harder in the mud? I would say the
Yes.
ACPs do pull a little harder. Um,
Do I miss them so much that I want to get rid of the ones I have and buy another set of ACPs? No, I'll wait until these ones get burned down and I'm due for a new set. Then I'll go buy the ACP.
yeah. So I
I
did
have the
the
24s now, so I'm happy.
yeah, and that was the big thing was you get into the 24s.
Yeah, it's only taken
So
me doing some wheeling and dealing and trading. I traded from 20s to 22s and then from 22s to 24s.
right.
Taken a couple years, but I've gotten there.
Yeah, and I go the opposite direction.
Yeah, you went from 24s to 18s.
I'm bringing the 90s back, damn it.
right? Now all you need, hey, now all you know, well, I don't know, dude. That Can-Am that I've been seeing on Facebook, that's bringing the '90s back. That sucker looks like it's on like 15-inch welds with like 44-inch boggers, old school.
Well, you did see that they released 32-inch wides or 35-inch wides for a
Everybody,
15-inch wheel.
everybody's starting to go back to that low and wide, low, wide, big ball tire.
Like if I could get a fucking 12-inch wide tire in a 40 or a 42 for an 18-inch wheel,
Well, I was gonna say,
oh, dude, that'd be a dud deal.
well, I mean, you could if you go to a truck tire, but then you're looking at twice the fucking weight.
Well, so all right, so I did look at that option of truck tires. The problem with that 40 to 42-inch tire, there's like two or three tires for an 18-inch wheel, right? If I go to a 17, the sky's the fucking limit as far as tire selection goes.
Right,
But I don't I'm not sure a 17 will clear a 6-inch portal. I know Super ATV says no, it will not. You need an 18-inch wheel with a certain
right.
back spacing, but I don't I don't think a 17 might clear, but
Depending on
am
the
I
back spacing, the design of
am
the
I
wheel.
well, and that's just it. Am I willing to take that chance, spend $500 or $600 for a set of 17-inch wheels to see if it might fit?
Right.
No, and to be
Uh,
honest with you, if there would have been a selection in the XT370s or the Motor Ravage XLs that I bought, if I could have got a 42 or a 44 on a 20-inch wheel, I would have went that route. But to go with this style tire, 40 is as big as you can go, unless
right.
you go with
Well, that's because realistically, when it comes to like rock crawling, which to be honest with you, the tire you got is more of a rock crawling style tire. Like 40s is pretty much right where everybody's going.
well, and that's just it. Like a lot of the even a lot of the Jeep guys, Jeep and Toyota guys, it's a 40-inch
38s,
tire.
40s,
38s and 40s, maybe a 44 depending on the rig setup.
37s. Like one of the guys at work, his rock crawling rig, he's running 37s. When
But
I told him I had 40s on my side by side, he was like, "Those are bigger than my truck tires."
yeah, but there's a lot of places here in the nation that a 33 is a big tire on a side by side.
Yeah, we've had that conversation before.
And
So,
it like to each in its own. Did I need a 40-inch tire? No, but
does it
I
look
built
good? Yes.
it does. But it like I ran the KRX with a 33. I ran it with a 35. I went to Portals and went to a 40, went up to a 42. Now I'm back down to a 40. I think uh, with the way that the machines have been built for the last 5 years,
Sweet spot is
the
anywhere
sweet
between
spot, a
35 and 40.
35 to a 40,
Mm-hmm.
40, 35 to a 42 seems to be the sweet spot for these machines now.
Look at
That
me.
seems to be the
My
norm.
my two-seater, 33s and 35s, I was extremely happy with the way that was on my two-seater. I got to this four-seater and I went to 35s immediately. I loved it. I loved it at 35s. Then I went to the 37-inch ACPs. I liked it there. Y'all kept telling me it still looked like it missed leg day.
It did. The 40s fill it out, but that's with the long travel suspension too.
Go into the 40s, I think, is that, like you said, the sweet spot. I'm I'm still not tearing shit up. It's comfortable to drive. It seems like it's got plenty of the power that I needed to do. Don't get me wrong, I still want to do tuning. Pandemic, if you're listening, I would greatly appreciate some help with that. Uh, I do want to do some tuning on it, but and I still want to get the cage done. So like, there's some things I still want to do to mine, but yeah, the 40s fill it out. I got the long arm kit. Like it's good. Yeah, it is good. I mean, you saw it there at Mud Buddies last weekend or a couple weeks ago. I was going through just about anything and everything I wanted to go through.
Yeah, and that's just it. I've kind of gotten to the point now to where I want to have a reliable machine that I can go and have fun with. I can do a little bit of everything. I might not be great at everything, but I
and
do
not
good.
have to fix it every weekend.
Absolutely. Like I don't want to be dealing with
Call, call,
I
call me
busted an
cheap.
axle because I fucking turned wrong somewhere. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or got it in a bind.
call me cheap if you want, because I have heard that from a couple people. Well, you shouldn't be doing this if you can't afford to fix it. Has nothing to do with being able to afford to fix it. Do I want to pay to fix it every weekend? No.
No, and that's just it. I want to be able to the goal every time I go to a fucking park. I want to
Driving.
drive it off the trailer. I want to have a good weekend and I want to drive it back onto the trailer.
And that's a nice goal to have. I have that goal, and I try to. Now, granted, y'all flip me shit, kept to go around. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but that's just it.
Don't care.
We all go around shit. I
You
don't
ready for
care who
this?
you are.
Do I have fun? Do you have fun making fun of me having fun? Absolutely. So
Absolutely.
guess what?
Absolutely. And that's really what it boils down to. I want to be able to go to any park and be able to say, my machine is capable of doing the shit at this park.
Right. Last time
I
we
can
went
go
to
out and have a good time.
last time we went to Sabine, we were able to do anything we wanted to. Last time we went to River Run, we were able to do pretty much anything we wanted to. There was a couple times that we were like, maybe we shouldn't do that. But that was after watching something on 50s or 56s either A,
Disappear.
struggle or completely disappear and bury themselves.
Yeah.
So, like,
I've had my fair share of being stuck. There's pictures and videos of me being fucking buried at River Run or at Sabine.
yep. But I'm gonna choose when and where to do it.
Absolutely. I like I said, the goal is to have a good weekend and drive it back on the trailer.
Yep.
That is my goal every time I go to a mud park. Do I
What?
have a few trail sodas and fucking decide to send it through some shit I shouldn't? Probably.
Yeah, but everybody does
But
that.
everybody everybody does it, and I don't I'm all for guys hitting deep holes and shit like that. The guys that go out and hit these, I'll use mud nets as a prime example. The the pond before you get to the river
Yep.
that everybody plays in. If you I don't want to go out there, roll my shit over. It cost me $1,500, $2,000 for the weekend
And
for
then I just
expenses and
broke
shit.
30 minutes in.
Yeah, I broke 30 minutes in. Now I got to figure out how to get it back to the truck. And now I got to deal with a swamped fucking motor
Yep.
that it, I can cross my fingers and hopefully I didn't fucking destroy anything
You
and
know,
be able to just flush it. But
that's just it.
you
To
know
each
as well
their
as I
own.
know,
People who
you
want to
have
do
no
that,
clue.
yeah, people who want to do that, and people who have the ability to do that. I mean, that's if that's something that you like to do, and that's something that I swamped it 3 times. It's been fine. Blah blah blah. That's fine. That's on you, but that's not me.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, so be it. Have at it. That's not my cup of tea.
So
Because shit, I pulled the fucking snorkels off my shit. So I'm good to about butt deep. Anything
I've
deeper than that, I shouldn't be in there.
I've never snorkeled my shit.
Well, you go to CVT.
This is true. So yeah. On that note, no belt mafia. Uh, told you I wanted to keep it short and sweet this week. On this episode. So uh, this is a good time to end it.
So since we're still on here, we're still recording.
Mm-hmm.
Next week recap. Are we gonna
On.
get the bounty course recap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the GoPro, I'm taking the cameras. I've already talked to Randy. I'm gonna sign up, see if I can get on the track. And actually get some good footage and stuff. I've still got footage from when we went riding and stuff that I need to get edited and cleaned up. Uh, so yeah, that's the plan. Um, is to start putting more riding footage out on the YouTube and try to get back, like I said, get back to the way we were doing the podcast, which like this one, just bullshitting, hanging out. Sucks Bruce ain't here. I know we all had fun over at Silverback the other weekend, bullshitting and hanging out. So
Well, since we're on the deal and you shouted out Anthony earlier, I'm gonna do him and Kelly one more favor. You're in the Denham Springs Walker area, you're a mechanic and you're looking for work. Anthony
Watson,
is, or excuse me, Watson.
look, Anthony. Who knows? I know
Yeah,
he
right.
doesn't.
He's looking for help there at the shop.
Elite Power Sports. Good people
So
right there.
um, throw that out there. I'll help him a little bit since I don't post on Facebook and shit. So
Right. But I know we're trying to finish up getting loaded for river runs, so I just wanted to kind of jump on here, get a little podcast going. I'll try to get it uploaded tonight. Um, so if you're watching this on the 10th, we literally just filmed it at 7 o'clock. If you're watching it on the 11th, it was the night before. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, there's that. And shout out to Triage. Um,
Silverback. Oh, this
yep,
side.
Silverback.
Reversed.
And I don't know if anybody's noticed. See, I'm always fucking backwards. Anybody notice the shirt I'm wearing? Bam.
No, can't read it.
Really?
Oh, you got you a Athena shirt?
I got me an Athena shirt. I got a Rougarou shirt too.
I don't have a Rougarou shirt.
It's not my fault. Buy one. That's what I did.
I don't have a Rougarou shirt.
So I pre-ordered mine.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but yeah, on that note, make sure to go check out the social medias. If you have any questions, concerns, or you want to send us an email on what we should talk about next or anything like that, you can send us an email at fullsendpodcastmail@gmail.com. Once again, hit us up on all the socials. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and definitely follow us on Facebook. That's probably where we're most active. Aaron's not, but I am. So
I stock it.
yeah, well, you're
I
something.
don't I don't have anything to post. I like posts. That's it. I just Facebook stock.